I'm going to see how long it takes for you to put on PPE. They about to be gone.
Do what it do, boy.
Tony's a cute, my love is pure. Tony's a cute, my love is pure.
Show your love for Taquita Love. Comedy is cure.
What's up, Joe Fox?
Hey, what's up, Taquita Love? No, I'm so glad you had me. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been doing everybody. You've been inviting a lot of the guests, comedians and stuff. And glad I was able to do it.
I'm happy
in town.
Oh yeah, because you be on the road.
Yeah, sometimes. How was your 4th of July? Was it good?
Well, I was preparing for this. Today's the 5th of July. So yesterday I was just resting, preparing, getting stuff together. I did it last minute-ish, It's like I had an extra day off of work. Mm-hmm. So since I was off Friday, I was like, I got time.
Right. Okay.
And here we are.
All right. Well, shout out to you. Welcome me to the Comedy is the Cure. Thank you.
I was gonna do that. Look at Joe. He was like, well, since you ain't give me a proper introduction, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself.
Okay, all right.
Now, y'all, see, it's very informal with the intros just because, like you the homie. Mm-hmm. But people that don't know, Joe Fox is a comedian, world-renowned comedian, international, touring all over the country, all over the world. Extremely hilarious.
Thank you.
I was a fan of yours before I became a comrade of yours. So thank you so much. And I actually feel like, I think the last year we had a chance to bond more. Mm-hmm. But I went to your open mic. Mm-hmm. That turned into me and your personal writing session.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just been a good time. I'm so happy to call you a friend now.
Thank you. Likewise.
Oh,
you're too kind.
And then you also my audition buddy. I call you, be like, hey, can you help with audition? You be auditioning for the same stuff.
I like to have people, consistent people that I can call, and I know how it is as actors, to be a good reader. So I can always appreciate a good reader. You're a good reader, and I hopefully you think I am.
Oh yeah, but I ain't booked nothing yet, so I don't know what that means.
No, it had nothing to do with the reader. It has everything to do with it.
I always think I'll be like, what if they call me to be like, hey, we don't want to book you, but the reader, can we get their information?
Yeah, that's a shady production right there. If somebody said, we don't like you, they're going to call you and say, we don't like you. Where's that reader?
Can I get his information?
She work at the Holiday Inn. I didn't have anybody else. I don't know what her name is.
I wanted to just start by asking you, like, where you from, where your stomping grounds are, and how did your comedy journey start?
I started doing stand-up in Dallas, Texas.
Where are you from?
And I grew up in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know that. I grew up in Oklahoma City. I went to college in Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma, and I kind of dabbled in stand-up there. Didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't officially start until I moved down to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I started doing stand-up and doing rooms and getting my feet wet. And I think, the first time I worked at a club, like officially, like, oh, this is real for real. I got a date at the Addison Improv. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
That was early 2000s. I can't remember the exact year. I moved to California in 2006. So this had to have been 2004 or 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's the journey as a comedian? How has it been? And what was the highlight so far?
The journey's been amazing. The journey is was it peaks and valleys? Mm-hmm. It's one of those journeys where you don't really notice until you stop and you look how far you've come. Mm-hmm. And I remember starting and having, those big desk calendars.
Yes.
I had one of those on the wall, and I would literally cross out how many times I would perform. Mm-hmm. And I just lost count, or lost the, why am I counting this? I'm going to be doing this for years and keep on doing this. Yeah. So why am I counting? Like, what am I going to show this to someone? Yeah, I went up 15 times this month or whatever the case is. But I remember doing that and looking back on those days when, I didn't know where to get up, or I started hanging out at comedy clubs. I would go to the Addison Improv and just hang out, and I would buy a ticket to hang out and to watch the comedians. Because before I started, I was like, how do you do this? What does it actually look like? So that's where I went.
Okay.
I saw Joe Torre, Bill Bellamy, Arnez J, and I'm missing some, Dave Chappelle. Those are the comedians that I saw, that I paid for a ticket to see before I actually started. Yeah. And then, go ahead.
And what was your, like, the first time you got on stage, what was that like?
The first
Where
time,
were you?
where I was, actually it was a talent show. It was a talent show, and they had one of the, this is the stand-up comedy section, and I think they had one other person. I don't know who that was.
Okay.
But I entered a talent show to do stand-up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what that was. It was like, all right, it was silly. I mean, it was all right, but it was not a comedy show. It was a talent show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now, what's your ultimate goal? Like, because I was a fan of yours. Like I said before, I became a comrade, and I saw you on the road all the time, like with Tony Rock. I saw you, doing the you guys have your own podcast.
Yes, live from the green room on YouTube.
Yeah, and I saw the last episode with Tiffany Haddish. I was like, look at y'all. I was like, oh my God. But then I just know you are a great, like a stone cold comic. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to you, like punch ups, jokes, we delve into like the world of like what ifs and like, but it's a good time.
Yeah, we try to find it because there's always some nugget that we just have yet to uncover. Sometimes it takes a good sounding board. I really appreciate you being a sounding board and say, well, and you always challenge me and say, well, what about this or what about that? And challenge me to dig deeper and find it. And then, I'm a risk taker on stage. I said, let me try this.
Oh yeah.
Let me see what it does.
Thank you, and vice versa. I love watching you perform because, like, when we do the open mics, of course, it's not 100%. But then I see you perform, and I see you like dipping and flipping on tape, like over the chairs, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's great to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like the evolution of a joke because I remember watching or listening to like an old Richard Pryor joke, like that's on one of those little records on a record, and then I hear it again, but it's like
developed
like on one of his specials. It's like, okay, that took a long evolutionary track, but it definitely, you see how far he's come as a comedian, how far he came as a comedian during that time. Yeah.
I like to see that too, because I feel like the challenge, it's like, I don't say it's never done. Like the joke is like it's never finished, but I love, like when I listen to my old stuff, it'd be like, it was so like cut and dry, like A, B, and C. And then now it's like some of my jokes, it's like there's a whole world. It's colored. There's feeling, there's emotion. And it's like, I love the progress. So, my background's nursing. What is your background, like career-wise?
Career-wise,
prior to stand-up.
Prior to stand-up, I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. That's
why you make the face?
Because I'm really proud of that. I remember I got that job at Chuck E. Cheese, and I used to work in the kitchen, and we used to have these pizza cutting contests, like who got the fastest cut. Because see, have you ever seen a pizza and it's like perfectly sliced? It's like, wow, you don't think how they did it. And some people, they have that like a little guide and they take their time doing it. No, I go,
Y'all didn't have a guide?
No, I didn't use it. I didn't need it because I was just that good.
You was like, don't give me no guide.
I was like, how is a large pizza? We sliced that 8 times, we good,
What you think about the adult Chuck E. Cheese that's out now?
Dave and Buster's?
That's what Dave and Buster's is, but they saying that they're like opening an adult Chuck E. Cheese.
I think that's great. I mean,
I think they late.
Late?
Yeah, Dave and Buster's already exists.
Do they have pizza? I don't know.
I just heard about it. I figured since you a pioneer from Chuck E. Cheese, you should know.
We went through that job. Is funny. That job, that was our job. But you know how they had the game tokens? Well, they had this other place called Celebration Station, and they had tokens too. And one of the things I used to also do at Chuck E. Cheese was was we used to pull the quarters and coins. We had to separate out the quarters and the tokens, and wrap them up in those little wrappers. And we started seeing celebration station tokens in our stuff. So we was like, oh, for real. So I took me one of the roles, but we would go out to celebration station and ball out because they had had more video games and more adult, not for the kids. It was more than just skee ball. They had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, NBA Jam, and all, a whole bunch of other video games that we used to get this free. So the managers had to fight it out. You tell your people, don't be bringing your tokens over here. And he said, well, you tell your people, don't be bringing your tokens over here. And they had this meeting and said, look, don't go over there and do it, man. It was a whole video game token racket at one point. People were selling tokens and shit. I was like, that shit.
I mean, we gonna hustle. People, we gonna know how to hustle.
Oh yeah, we gonna hustle. But that's one of the first jobs I had. I think that was I would say that influenced my comedy because, I'm real playful and youthful because I remember, being in a situation as a job that I didn't like. And that was very vivid. I'm talking about kids are horrible. They're horrible people. And I was that mouse. I did everything at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, you did? You was in the costume?
I was in the costume. And I realized for me, it exposed how people are as adults in real life. Very funky, nasty people because they never clean that Chuck E. Cheese outfit. So whoever had it on the first shift was like, who are these people that are messing up? It's not good. I feel dirty.
Oh, I didn't know it was that deep.
It's deep.
I thought, maybe when later they had the band that it wasn't people in there. It was just a robotic band.
That is, yeah. It's robotic. The what do you call it? The mechanical thing. So that they ain't no real people.
They was scary to me.
They probably to a little kid, they all scary, a little creepy. But I had the mouse. I can't remember the other character. There was one other character that would walk around, but I was the Chuck E. Cheese mouse. And the kids are mean. They pulled off my tail at one point. I got like, who these kids at birthday parties? Yeah, I mean, it was horrible. It was a horrible, fun experience. And kids are nasty. They're not trained. The big ball pit. There's nothing we had to do. We had to clean the whole ball pit. And you find old dirty diapers, dried up.
Dirty diapers.
Yeah, dirty diapers.
Who's taking off diapers and
nasty babies that have no home training? Socks. I mean, there was.
That's bad. That's a violation. That's y'all should have
animals.
Shut down.
Like why is there a rabbit in here?
A rabbit.
Yeah, a dead rabbit. How did they get in here?
Why they do the kids like that?
Why do the kids do us like that? And the parents so they need to have an adult Chuck E. Cheese. That way they can drink freely, no kids around. Because there's some drunk parents, because they had the draft beer with the pizza, unruly kids, and parents that just didn't give a damn. So I think that kind of informed.
So that was like, what, comedy from here on.
I'm
done.
That's like a vivid memory that I kind of pull from, like the human nature.
Yeah.
Like I've experienced it at that level. I know it's kind of crazy, but it kind of informs, how I see people in comedy. And then I went to the University of Oklahoma, majored in management information systems. So I have a highly technical background, and that's what I did in Dallas, Texas. I worked for several, tech firms, telecommunication firms, and then I gave all of that up. I gave all of that up to do stand up. Mm-hmm. And been doing it ever since.
To this day, your verdict is well worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely well worth it. I've made a lot of, choices that I probably shouldn't have, business wise as a comedian, just going in, you just want to get on stage and rock it.
Yeah.
But when I started, there wasn't any real mentorship to say, look, this is at this stage, this is where you need to be or to do to make sure you have some longevity in the career. Yeah. Here's how to be professional. And we all learn, but it's a learning process. That's why you got to stay in in this business to be as consistent as possible and open yourself up to new opportunities.
Who have you learned that from?
Pretty much everyone that I've worked with professionally. There's always certain things that you can learn from the professionals, like David Arnold, R.I.P. David Arnold. He was another person that was just big on professionalism, just the way that he
handled business.
Handled business, but how he built himself a lane for himself.
Yeah.
I know he was very, adamant on, a point of view in knowing what to say in the art. He had a workshop, the art of stand-up comedy.
I actually toured with him.
Okay, yeah.
Ain't for the Week.
Yeah,
that
okay.
tour. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I learned. I got that opportunity to go on the road with He Said, She Said with with Kim Whitley and David. It was only once, but we talked as comedians, and we really chopped up some good game on that. And he showed me a lot, and just in general, he was one of those guys I could call and I could work on a premise or a bit.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that like we all learn stuff from certain people.
Yeah.
Like I love all types of comedy. Like I love Lunel. I love Melanie Camacho, Cat Williams.
Yep.
Then I also love Wanda Sykes.
Yes.
So it's like you can get something from everybody.
Yeah. And always try. Some comedians, they don't take the time. I mean, that's an OG right there, or a veteran in the game. Try to see if you can get some game, and soak it up.
I think what's happened now with social media and with like the fact that you can turn your phone on and get famous. Like you can turn your phone on, go viral, have a tour, a multi-city country tour in like a year. Like there's no time that you have to invest. There is no like, I'm gonna say it's not a blueprint, but now that social media is so like accessible, people are so accessible on your phones. The old way is, do you think it's like over? Like the traditional way of like you build your bit, your set, and it takes all these years, and then you wait for somebody, like somebody give you a special, and then you tour and become a bigger name after that.
No, I don't think that's over. I think it's opened up a new lane for more people to come and find their way in this art form. I think it's the old way the old way is doing the real work and being able to have an act and craft it in such a way that you can entertain, people who you've never seen. The internet, I think it just opens up quicker, faster. But if you are a microwave comedian and you just a little hot for right now, you're not really generating heat. You're just hot.
Yeah.
Oh, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you get in front of a real crowd, because there's no, I don't think there's, you can't call yourself a stand-up comedian wherever you originated from and not perform in front of real people. I think that's coming for a lot of people that are just got famous on the internet. They'll see how far they've come as an artist, and they'll see how far they have to go to be considered. You're a true stand-up. You have you put in that work. Yeah, you have to have that exchange.
Yeah, I think I was at Miracle Theater, and Chris Spencer, who I love. Shout out Chris Spencer.
Chris Spencer.
Hey, when you come in, Chris Spencer, gotcha. He said something, and it was I don't want to say it was profound, but it was real. It was a group picture that people were taking, and he made an announcement, and he was like, "If you cannot do more than an hour, this picture ain't for you." And I think it was, comedic.
Was I in that picture?
I think it's just it wasn't like like you don't belong, but it was like there's work to call yourself a stand-up comedian. Yeah. And a lot of comedians, like if you're not on the road or if you ain't got an hour, then, some people, you get a certain level of respect once you've done that. Yeah. I think that's how I read it.
You know what? And I mean, he's right. And you should draw the line of like, look, we have done this. You're not there yet. I mean, I think that's fair because some people haven't taken it seriously. Whatever level that they are, you can tell the ones that are taking it seriously by how they, how they write or how they perform, how often they perform or who they're performing with. There's
Like,
many,
I took a class. I'm a comedian. When you finished the class? Yesterday. Have you performed at all? Not yet. I performed at the class showcase. Then it'd be like, I'm a comedian. And it's like, I get the,
Yeah, but
difference.
I think if you call yourself one, then back it up with the work.
Yeah.
I'm like day one, I'm a stand-up comedian. Well, that means day 1,000, you should be able to say the same thing. Not oh, I used to do that, or I haven't done it in a while. Like Martin Lawrence, he's a stand-up comedian. Eddie Murphy, he used to do stand-up comedy, and he was very good at what he does. So can you call him one now? No, he has stand-up roots, and he's always going to be able to do it. But is he a stand-up comedian? Like right now, today, would he say that I don't know.
I beg to differ. I think that once you at that level, that's a part of who you are.
That's how we know him. But I'm talking about, is he doing the work of a stand-up comedian right now? Because he's already said.
But is it necessary? Eddie Murphy.
He already
he could be like, hey, I want to, let me get up. And he can go get up. He can be funny.
He acknowledges that he has to do the work, though. He's already acknowledged that.
But that don't take away the credit.
I'm not saying that. He said he used to do stand-up comedy.
He said that?
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying he's a stand-up comedian. I know it's a bold statement, but it's like from day one, I'm a stand-up comic. Now, if you at day 1,000, are you still performing? And he's like, no, I haven't performed in a while. Then you're not performing. You're not working in that capacity.
Well, I mean, to the opposition, I'm a registered nurse, and so I was off of work on a leave of absence for an extended amount of time. Does that mean I wasn't a nurse during the leave of absence?
No,
I haven't taken a blood pressure in like 10 years because I work in the office now.
You could be retired. You were retired. He was retired stand-up comedian.
A nurse anymore?
You're a retired nurse.
I'm a retired nurse.
You're a retired nurse.
Fox.
You still are, but you used to do. I'm just saying, Eddie Murphy. That's
what you're saying.
Yeah, I hope you do. I mean, that's not a disrespect. It's just saying because there are some that they put the microphone down and they never picked it back up for whatever reason. But Eddie Murphy, we're all waiting. Like I still believe.
I love Eddie Murphy.
I still believe that he's gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna do this one last time, and then we'll get to see him do the work before everybody else does in a big grand manner. I still believe. I don't know.
But I also think stand up is a means to an end too. I feel like there's a journey. Like I always say, like Kanye started with beats. Kanye wasn't a fashion mogul or anything like that. In the beginning, he had beats. So at that time, he was the beat maker, and now then he became an artist, and then he became the clothing ordeal. So I feel like there's the journey doesn't necessarily stop. At an accomplishment. I think it can open doors to other things like acting and,
Yeah. And seeing, you mentioned what are you doing with your stand-up? Like, that's one thing that I'm doing, being an actor and a stand-up comedian, those worlds, they work hand in hand because, you get that one part or you get the part because you're a comedian. Right. It goes back and forth. It goes hand in hand and you can make those two things serve each other. I think that's great. That's what makes Eddie Murphy such I'm just saying it makes him an anomaly because he came in the game, stand-up comic, went right to SNL, and then all of a sudden you see him doing movies, but he was doing stand-up, the stand-up that we just didn't see because I didn't live out here. But he was out here killing, stepping to the club. He's taking the mic. He knew all those guys.
Do you remember that guy that lied and said he was his son? Or was it Brando Murphy?
Yeah, I remember him.
Was it true that it wasn't his son?
I didn't take a sample of his hair. I don't know.
But I'm just like, now that you on Eddie Murphy, I'm like, whatever happened to the dude that was like false flagging as his son as a comedian?
Met him a couple of times. I think I was maybe on a show with him, maybe once or twice. I don't remember. That was so long ago. But I mean, hopefully he's still in the game. I don't know. Maybe he changed his name. We just ain't seen him. But people. But people want to have a gimmick in this game, and if it's not legit, it'll show.
I respect what you said, and I do. I agree with the fact that if you stagnant, then are you really doing it?
I mean, it's a challenging. I know I used Eddie Murphy as an example, but I'm
But
saying,
I mean, Eddie Murphy just in my book, he's just so big that I don't unsee him as a comedian or as an actor or as this, like there's no way for me to be like I'm minimizing and
no.
and I don't want to say that to like discredit what you were saying, but I'm like
Mm.
there's no way for me to be like, oh, like because you ain't did it. Yeah, he's one of the greatest to me.
Yeah, anybody that has a body of work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, day one, you don't got no body of work.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out.
Okay, no, but
Is this where the mic goes?
but yeah, like what is this? You don't ask no questions like, hey, where the light at? You know, It's
Yeah.
like comedians know, or they're performers. They give of themselves, and if you lived a life that supports that decision that you made, then it shows.
Okay.
That's my point. But if you're not doing it anymore, if you moved on to other things, that's okay too. Sometimes, like you said, that opens the door and you walk through that door and you keep on going.
Yeah,
And that's all right too.
Anyway, shout out Eddie Murphy. You still number one.
Don't you hate when you there's an Eddie Murphy sighting at the club and you missed it? I hate that.
He just still looks so good. Anyways, we ain't here for him. Come on. Ugh. I love me some Eddie Murphy. I actually saw him at, I think it was Foxhole back in the day where Jamie Foxx had, the weekly gatherings when people would sing and perform.
Okay, dope.
And I saw him. I was starstruck. This is when I first moved to LA. And I saw him. He was just walking and just smiling with his smooth skin and like if he didn't have dimples, I thought it looked like he had dimples. And he was just like, I was like, Eddie Murphy. But my background's nursing, so I always, like to talk to comedians if they have any unexpected trips to the emergency room.
I think all trips to the emergency room are unexpected. I expect to go to the hospital today. I expect it.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had an unexpected trip. Yeah. I was an asthma kid.
Okay.
A couple of asthma kid stories. The most recent one, I was still in college and I had to go to the emergency room because I had a severe asthma attack. There were other kids that grew up with asthma that had way more severe cases, but this one, it was just so bad. Like I gotta go to the hospital or else I'm gonna die, because that's how serious air is.
What happened?
Well,
like how did you know it was so severe?
It was severe because there was panic set in, and I didn't have an inhaler.
Oh, okay, so
what do I do? And I think I had the coherence to go to the hospital, because that's the time before that when I was even younger. Then it's like my parents took me there, so I know it wasn't the first time it happened.
Yeah,
it was the first time it happened at school, college,
okay,
away from home. So having asthma is you need air. Like the human body needs air. Number one, needs air for like what you 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone holds their breath, they could probably do it consciously. But if you're without air for about 5, 6, 7, now you got brain damage. You could die without air. The human body needs air, water, food, sleep, sex. That's what the human body needs.
Is that Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
No, those are my needs. I mean, if I don't know who Maslow is. I don't know who that is, but the hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
Yeah, and the longer you go without a natural one of those, you will die. Like air is like a few minutes. Water, I think
it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes without air.
5 minutes without air. Now you about to die. Irreversible brain damage. Mm-hmm. Water, I think is like 3 to 5 days or something like that. And then food, you can go probably for about 3 weeks.
You get 3 weeks from.
I'm saying about. I didn't make it up. I looked it up. But everybody's different. But I've studied
about
that.
3 weeks with no food, just on water.
No, okay.
People could survive.
Like if you have water, then no food, then it's like
3 weeks.
3, maybe a little bit long before you start causing damage. But you keep on going past that, then it's like now you're about to die.
Oh yeah.
And sleep, I think, is 11 days. But I think your body was like, I'm about to go to sleep, and if you don't, that's gonna cause some problems. And
you hear about that girl that she said she was real tired and she went to sleep and never woke up. It was a girl on the internet. It was like some viral video.
Well, she didn't die from sleep. She died from something else.
Not from sleep, but the fact that she was so tired. She said she hadn't slept in days, and she was like, "Y'all, I'm so tired. I got to go to sleep." So I think she was working a lot, and then they say she went to sleep and never woke up. That's the meme. I don't know how true it is. It's circulating on the internet.
I don't know, but I mean, if you ever hadn't had water or nothing, you have to have at least the water because you can be dehydrated.
Yeah.
But if you have water and no food, this amount of time is like, yo, you malnourished, you don't have any nutrition, and then sleep, your body is going to have a adverse reaction.
Yeah.
If you die because the contributing factor is the sleep. And sex, well, nobody knows how long it's going to take you to die from virginity. I mean, nobody knows this.
But the way people be popping off, it does affect like your health, your blood pressure, your stress, your stress levels, and all of those things. Like if you stress, then your body releases stress hormones, and that's bad for the body because then that takes away aid is off.
Yeah, I mean, everything has to be in balance, and you definitely have to have, whatever that is, your health, in balance. Yeah, a balance of, food, water, exercise, all that.
Yeah, so go get it in.
She said, get it in.
Well, you talked about asthma. What did the asthma attack feel like? Because
it feels like you can't breathe. It's like I can barely breathe in, and it's hard for me to breathe out. That intake of oxygen, and the exhalation of the carbon dioxide. It can be. It's the adrenaline rush. Nothing else is a priority. I need air, and there's nothing. So you have like a rescue inhaler. I mean, it's not a cool thing. I mean, I had it growing up, and you didn't want to tell anybody.
Yeah.
And
because you like, hold on, I got asthma.
It's not cool. It's not cool. I remember one time, having an asthma attack. What is that? What's that noise? I would go to the teacher. We go to the teacher and be like, I'm having an asthma attack. And she's like, ugh. And she said, well, go to the nurse. She thought it was like a rash was about to break out. I said, how are you going to be a teacher? You don't know what asthma is. So I'm over here, no hall pass. I'm fucking die going down to the nurse's office. Elementary school nurse's office are not equipped for
nothing.
I'm like, you have to have like a okay, my child has this, and you go to the nurse's office to get your stuff, but they ain't got no inhalers out there. I was in there,
why wouldn't you have your own? That's my question.
I forgot it. I was a kid. I was irresponsible. I didn't know what.
You got one job to prevent death.
You know why?
Carrying this thing around.
I left it. I think I probably left it at home because it's not cool. You have an inhaler. You have this big bulge in your pocket, and someone knock you down. You fall on the playground, and then you get a welt on your leg. So I'm over here struggling. I go to the nurse's office, and they're not good for anything except for calling your parents. I said, he can't breathe.
They do like, you got to come get your son and daughter, right?
Yeah, he can't breathe. I said, you can't do anything. So it was embarrassing. It was. This is how everybody found out I had asthma. One, it was the 6th grade, and I couldn't call my brother because he probably would have had his because he had it too. He was in junior high. I was stuck, 6th grade, no inhaler. I'm over here struggling in the nurse's office, about to cry. I thought I'm about to die. So I said, I don't have an inhaler. So the nurse goes to the principal's office, and they make an announcement over the intercom. They're like, okay, if anyone has an asthmatic inhaler, please bring it to the nurse's office immediately. So
now, all this could be avoided if you just hit.
Yeah, it could have been avoided, but I was stuck like Chuck, and then. It probably was and realistically, it was probably like 5 minutes, but it felt like the rest of the day. I'm over here about to die. I wasn't paying attention. And then one of the students that had their inhaler came up and his name was, it's not his real name, but I'll tell you the name. His name was Sam.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name. He had his inhaler, and he didn't say much. He was just like this. Sam was in special class. Sam, he didn't say much, but he had this look in his eye. He knew he was saving the day. He knew it. He was like this. So I took it out. I was sitting there. He's like, maybe he needed it back. He was looking like this. He got it. He got it. And he took the little mouthpiece off of it and went to the sink and rinsed it off. And
Sam was special, but he know how to save a life. I'll tell you that though.
Shout out to Sam. I was like, man, I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, well, I'm happy you're here. I got a question. Where your asthma thing at? Do you carry it now after that life or death experience?
I probably need to nowadays because when the fires happened and the poor air quality was like horrible. Yeah. Ever since then, the asthma, allergies, or activations, whatever you call them, the pollens, the air quality kind of made it flare up a little bit. I'm talking about in the last few months, but before that, it's like I grew out of it.
Okay, I hear people say that. They be like, "Well, I ain't had an asthma attack in 10 years."
Yeah,
like, why would I?
Definitely, that was me.
Yeah.
That was me, and I'm like, extreme exertion wasn't even kicking off. I'm like, breathing out, but not wheezing like I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So I think last time I went to the doctor, I was like, "Hey, man, need some new inhalers."
Did they give it to you?
They gave me a prescription. I got like 4 different kinds.
Did you feel the prescription? That's the question.
Yeah, I felt it. I feel the prescription. It's bad when you have an inhaler that like it expired back in 2006. I was like, I don't think I should take this.
But I'm pretty sure if I use it over, not having nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. But I'm well aware of that. It's nothing worse than being on the road, no inhaler.
Yeah. And see, I'm the type of person, I'll be having medicine for stuff I don't need. I don't have the ailment, but I'm like, if you need something, I'm like, I got what you need.
Oh, you the connect.
I'm the connect. I'm like, bruh, man, I just like
over trench coat.
I got a albuterol inhaler and an Atrovent inhaler in my car.
Right now.
And so,
but you don't have asthma at all.
You know what? I have bronchitis, but the nurse in me, I'll be like, let me get these things. So in case I don't like, being without, and I don't like going to the doctor. So I'd rather have what I need to treat myself than to be like, hey, I need this.
Now that's interesting. As a nurse, do you have access to medications that you, or just in general, like, can you get stuff because you're a nurse? Like, I'm a nurse, I might have this situation. You know what I mean? Is that? I
think I'm, if you know people, you know what I'm saying? Like I have friends that are doctors or friends that are PAs. Mm-hmm. So I might say, hey, I'm having a flare. I need a steroid pack, and the ER doctor can say, okay, here's a prescription without me needing to go through all those steps. Is it legal? Who knows? But you know how like people, we hook each other up, like, but I think I have a lot of knowledge. So for me, I'm just like, with my doctors, I'm like, hey, can I get this in case I need it?
Right. For yourself or for other people? For
myself, but I always like, if I can justify getting it,
right,
give it to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that way, like, especially during COVID, COVID, because like everybody needed inhalers. Mm. Everybody needed like medication. And when I went, I was like, I need an inhaler, like, because you don't want to get to the point where like you need something. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
do is it still on me?
No, you fly this up. Anyway.
But I mean, this is how bad, I mentioned I was in college and I had that. The real story behind that is that it happened several times. It didn't happen just once. Like, I didn't learn from my mistake at all.
There you go.
I didn't learn. I did not learn from my mistake. The next time it happened, it wasn't as embarrassing because I didn't have to go to the emergency room.
Okay.
I was in a friend of mine's. Well, yeah, we were friends, but we were in her dorm room having sex. Mm-hmm. And I was having an asthma attack. Mm-hmm. And
she put it on you, huh?
Well, I like to think I was putting it on her, but I was having an asthma attack. It was, and that was her. It was her. So she's over here. Hold on a second. She had a little drawer, behind the drawer on the desk next to the bed. She reached in there and she got her inhaler. And she about to pull it. I said, "Hold on a second. I need it too." I was like, "Let me see that." I said, "Yeah, let me see that." She goes, "Huh?" I was like, "Let me see that." It's put back in the drawer.
That's how you do it. That's how you sharing is caring.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
But like Joe, so everybody always asks me, like, since I'm a nurse and a comedian, they're like, how you do it? How do you do both? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know laughter is the best medicine. And I believe comedy is the cure.
Yes.
Do you think that you would survive in my world as a nurse?
Do I feel? Yeah. I think like survive as a comedian.
No, as a nurse. Like if you,
as a nurse.
would you survive in that world?
If I had the training, I know I could.
Okay.
I could.
Well, I have a challenge for you.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna put my lab coat on so you know it's real.
Okay. All right.
Right back.
The lab coat.
So I'm gonna ask you some questions that I think you should know the answers to based on your medical assessment I just gave you.
Make sure everybody what type of inhaler. The red one is
What does SOB mean in the medical chart or in the medical world? SOB.
SOB. Silly overbite.
Silly overbite. Look at like shit stop. You so stupid. That is a silly overbite. Yeah, you did good with that. Yeah, come on, actor. Actually, it's shortness of breath, which you had when you had your asthma attack.
Listen,
that's why I'm like,
no, that wasn't shortness of breath. That was no breath.
That was absence of breath.
That was HTB, hard to breathe.
What does DNR stand for?
Do not resuscitate.
Okay.
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. What does an antibiotic treat?
An antibiotic treat.
What does it treat? Like,
okay. Like, what is it for? Okay, I was like, what's gonna Halloween candy? Makes your mouth numb or something? Diseases.
Yeah, a bacterial infection.
A bacterial infection. Okay.
What's the best way to stop bleeding?
Bandages.
Bandages. Well, what?
Like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, but what does
Stitches.
it do? Stitches. But like, if somebody bleeding right now, what's the first thing you do? It's on all the movies when somebody gets shot.
Oh, put pressure on.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, put pressure on.
Why when I said...
You said, how do you stop the bleeding? I'm like...
You said, well, nigga shot. Put pressure on it. Put your hand out. Hold it. What's the medical term for high blood pressure?
The medical term for high blood pressure? That's high blood pressure. That means you need to sit your ass down. That's not a medical term. It means relax.
No.
DNR?
I don't know. He's just saying all the words he knows. Relax.
I don't know. What is that?
Hypertension.
Hypertension. Okay, gotcha.
You know symptoms of low blood sugar?
Symptoms of low blood sugar. You get the jitters.
Mm-hmm.
You get the jitteries. Is that a diabetic? Is that like type?
Yeah. Okay. Like with diabetes.
Okay.
What else?
Low insulin? No, too much high.
It's like a symptom, like something you could see. Like if I was like, hey, what's wrong? And you say, oh, you might see somebody.
Oh, with low blood sugar? Mm-hmm. It means they don't eat candy and they're sad. No? I don't know. They look like they need a candy bar. I mean,
hey, I need a sugar.
Yo, man, what's wrong with you, man? You all right, man? I got low blood sugar, man. You got a granola bar or something?
You know when all the old ladies in church and they catch the Holy Ghost, I used to think they was having diabetics. I'm like, Mom, she just because they always eating peppermints. I was like, Mom, they just need a peppermint. But sweating is another sign. So sweating, confusion,
okay. Sweating, confusion, okay.
And shakiness.
I got the jitter part right.
Okay, I got a few.
Okay.
Rapid fire questions for you. What does stat mean?
Right now.
Okay, come on. NPO. What does that mean? NPO.
NPO. No pussy often. No. No.
I mean, if it's
that's why I didn't know what it was.
It could. Well, maybe nothing by mouth.
Nothing
by mouth. Mm-hmm.
Oh, NBO. Okay, I thought you said NPO.
NPO. But you on to something.
None and
nothing by mouth.
Nothing. Okay, nothing.
NPO stands for nothing by mouth.
Okay.
True or false?
True. False?
I got to ask the question.
Oh.
This how you know he
Oh, you see, yeah, I had to pick one. I was like, I stand on truth, justice, and my way. God damn it! All right.
Okay, now for true or false? The heart skips a beat when you sneeze.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. How you know that?
Because I was sitting over there when you had the last guess,
Shut up.
and I wasn't looking at my phone.
What does SOB stand for?
You already asked me that.
I know. I'm testing you. Okay. I'm trying.
Shortness of breath.
Come on now. Okay.
Yeah, shortness of breath.
All right. I got
Ding.
1 minute.
Survey says.
He's somebody listening. Okay. Last one. What is PPE?
There's a paycheck protection employee.
Paycheck. Right.
Yes.
Paycheck protection employee. In
Yeah.
the medical field.
Nurses get paid. Doctors.
It's personal protective equipment.
Right. That's a COVID term. But then again, so is PPE, PPP loan. That's what
Yeah, I was
thinking.
gonna say that too.
That's a
what you
COVID
was
term,
talking about.
PPP loan. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I got a challenge for you.
Okay.
You up for it?
I'm up for the challenge.
Okay. So
Meet the challenge.
let me see. I'm gonna see how long it takes for you to put on PPE. So if you in my world, other part of my world,
Mm-hmm.
this is necessary to like take care of a patient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna time you and see how long it takes for you to put these things on.
Okay. What are they? Oh, okay. Okay. A hairnet.
He's hearing that. I mean,
you got me
you
looking like a
gonna figure it out.
cafeteria lady at the end of this.
Come on, you gonna I'm gonna time you and see how long it takes.
Okay. Can I have it, or do I gotta walk up to it
Like, this is a little game.
a game? Okay.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna move your mic out the way.
Move my mic out the way. All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna time you and see how long it takes for you to figure out how to put the stuff on.
Okay.
Okay, let me get the timer. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Set, go. Okay, and just remember, the name of the game is speed because it's a patient that you got to get to, and you can't go in their room until you got all your PPE on.
All right.
You got 20 seconds. Okay, now they calling on the call like again because they have an SOB. They have a shortness of breath.
Oh,
They ain't got their asthma. Nothing.
they had a son of a.
Okay, now they blood pressure dropping. Now you got to get up in there, but you got to put this stuff on. Okay. Oh dang, they vitals failing. They about to crash. Okay, now they coughing up blood. They need you up in there right now. But I'm just saying it's almost a minute. You know what? They about to be gone. All right, the blood pressure's bottoming. They throwing up blood. They passed out. They not even up no more. They fell out. You need to get up in there right now. Oh, you don't want to lose this patient because this is somebody's mama. One of your friends' mama. Oh, it's 1 minute and 22 seconds. Oh my goodness.
Do the do, boy.
You can't go in a room like that, but you can. Joe, this is what, 1 minute and 40 seconds? The gown is not on. You ever been to, you ever see how they put the gown and be all over protecting all of this? 152 is the lady on her way to heaven right now. Your patient. She at the gates waiting to be in.
The first game.
Thank you so much. So I want you to the cameras, tell them your name and how you felt you did on the PPE challenge on Comedy is the Cure.
Well,
You could put on your mask.
I've never lost a patient until today. God rest her soul. Whoever that lady was, but she was a SOB that would make her trans. Blessings and miracles for her family. And I wasn't up to the challenge. I think this is my last day of nursing.
Now, Joe, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Joe Feezy, JoeFeezie. You can also find me on YouTube on the Live from the Green Room podcast.
Hey, y'all, what's up? This is Taquita Love. And, yo, this is one of the funniest episodes. I'm here with Joe Fox. And we both agree.
I'm Joe Fox, and I'm here at Comedy is the Cure with Taquita Love.
Hey, comedy is the cure. Stay tuned.
Comedy is the cure. My love is pure. Comedy is the cure. My love is pure.
Show your love for Taquita.